What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Spin Fuel's Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and this is something new. I've decided to do a vlog series, basically just kind of showing you guys what I've been up to, little previews of products. Instead of doing a whole video on just that product, I want to do a little bit more expanded video on just what I've been up to, what I'm working on, what I've got coming down the pipes. Just to show you guys, what I do in my day-to-day life and, everything like that. For you guys to basically stay up with all the latest video content that, I'm going to be coming out with. So, as you can see behind me, this is a new setting. I have only been in this new house for about 2 weeks now. And it's been, a transition. So I'm still kind of getting used to everything around here. And I did want to set up a studio in the basement here. And see if I can, get the content of these videos a little bit, more professional. I do it all for you guys. You guys know that. And I'm really looking to step up my game and just give you guys the content that you guys deserve. So I don't want to come out with anything, half-assed or anything like that. So bear with me. Lots of new videos coming down soon. I've got the VT video that I have to do for the full review of that. As well as a ton of other stuff here, which I'll go over individually. But first things first, I do want to give a huge shout out to Stephen Teague. I met him at VCC PA in Pittsburgh on day one, and I did want to give a huge shout out to you, Steve. You're a super nice guy, and thank you for just taking the time to stop and shake my hand and say what's up. It's always awesome seeing you guys, and anytime I meet one of you personally, just really warms my heart. I just love seeing that. And I hate saying I met a fan or something like that. I don't really see it like that. I see you guys as friends. We correspond back and forth. I try to be as personable as possible. So I don't really consider you guys fans at all. I just wanted to mention that, and I really consider you guys all one of my friends. I talk to you guys just like my friends. That being said, I also want to give a shout out to Lee. As soon as I got off out of the car on Sunday when I went down to Vape Expo, New Jersey, we stopped to get a bite to eat at Burger King, and I met Lee. Real cool cat. Got to take a quick selfie with him and talked with him a little bit, but that was pretty sweet. He instantly recognized me. Said, "Hey, do you have a YouTube channel?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, is it Daily Vape TV?" And I go, "Yeah." And he's like, "Dude, I've been following you since you only had 1,000 subscribers." And I'm like, "Dude, that's awesome." So, like I said, it's always awesome just meeting you guys in person and really getting to touch base on that personal level. Anyways, so I did want to mention that I will be giving shout outs every week in these vlogs. So if you want a shout out, just go to send me an email, dailyvapetv@gmail.com. That's where you're going to be able to send me a private message where if you want a shout out or anyone that deserves a shout out, make sure you send me an email and I'll try to get that out as soon as possible in the next vlog. So yeah, make sure you shoot me those messages. I probably won't be able to read all the comments. If you guys want a shout out and you put it in the comments, I might not get to it. So the best way to contact me is via email. So make sure you send me an email if you want a shout out or someone that wants a shout out. So what else is on the agenda today? I've been working on a ton of stuff. Like I said, the EVIC VT's got to go get a video for that done. I have a lot of other products that I'm willing to do a video on. I just really want to gain interest and see what you guys want me to review. I mean, lately I've been getting into the whole rig mod, mechanical mod. This is a V1 rig mod, limited edition. So I don't know if you guys want to see a review on that at all, as well as the Roughneck atomizer as well. So yeah, if you guys want to see a review on that, just let me know. Drop a comment in the box below. I can review that for you. I also have a continuous current Manhattan V2 that I could possibly review for you guys. I know they're just mechanical mods, but personally I bought myself this IPv3 Li. And I've been really kind of interested in doing a review on it because it has some interesting characteristics. And yeah, let's just have a vape real quick. So yeah, this thing is pretty darn good. yeah, if like I said, if you want to see a video on something, just drop a comment in the box below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see what I can do about that. Other things, I do want to mention that I will be coming out with a review on the Kennedy RDA. I've received these for review. I have the competition and the regular Kennedy atomizer, and I want to show you guys these because they're pretty sweet. I have all the caps for them, including the Gremlin cap and the standard cap that comes with the regular edition one. So I want to kind of get that video done and get it out to you guys as soon as possible. And this is right now the Kennedy is on top of the Nosferatu mod by Monster Mods. This thing is pretty cool. Still in development for the most part. I mean, it's close to being a finished product, but I've mentioned a few things to the guy that owns the company, Chris, and he's going to be working on a few of the issues that I've had with it, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate the modder, taking the time to listen to the reviewers, because it's kind of important. You want to make sure the product is going to make everyone happy when you release it. So that's kind of what I'm working on lately with him, and real good guy. Chris, big shout out to you. Thank you for listening and taking the time. But this thing works really well. I mean, I love the locking mechanism and everything like that. Yeah, vape time. And yeah, one of the other things I wanted to talk about today was what happened in New Jersey. I guess that should probably be the title of this vlog. I went down on Sunday, so I missed the majority of the drama. I heard a lot of stuff that went down on Saturday, and I wanted to kind of report on that and touch on that. I will be coming out with a video of that shortly, that you guys can just see basically the coverage of that. And I don't want to really get into the drama or anything like that in that video, just straight up music with the coverage, if you guys missed that convention. But I did want to talk about it a little bit in this vlog. Yeah, so from the best of my understanding, the promoters tried to get around the New Jersey Clean Air Act, which basically says that there will be no vaping indoors in any public building, no matter what. And what they tried to do is come up with a club, a vaping club, if you will, to try to get around that law, and didn't really work out in their favor, so to speak. Basically what happened is on Saturday when the doors opened, you could vape, but you had to do it outside, and you can't sample. And then they could vape, and then you couldn't vape. And then you could vape again, and then they said, no, you can't vape. So it was a whole debacle. It was a huge mess, and it was just utter chaos in the building from what I gather. Again, I only attended on Sunday, so I'm just going by what I've read online and the stories and everything that I've heard from the people that were in attendance on Saturday. And I've seen, Phil's video. Phil Basardo came out with a really good video on that subject. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you go check that video out as well. And, just talking with some of the people that were there, and they said, the health inspector came around and started fining people. They would take down their names and fine them for $250, or say they're going to fine them for $250. They were fining booths. I guess Cutwood got a huge fine and stuff like that. So they were fining the promoters, the building. Everyone was just getting berated with fines. So there was an article out in one of the papers that said that the fines totaled like $50,000, which I think is a bit crazy, a little bit excessive. But yeah, it was utter chaos, and I think it was a new promoter, first show, from the best of my understanding. It was his first show. And he was, trying to get around a law that has been in place since 2004. And he just didn't manage to get away with it, basically. Unfortunately for him, I don't think that there's going to be many more conventions in New Jersey, to say the least. I did see a thing on, I believe it was a radio station's video podcast thing, where it said, they had Senator Vitale on, and he said that, if he's all for vaping and vaping conventions, but just do it in an appropriate place. So, for instance, if they want to do it again, do it outdoors with tents. They could definitely rent out the fairgrounds, probably at a fraction of the cost of what it costs to rent out the convention center, and just put up tents, and that would be technically allowed by the law, which seems a little silly to me, because it's just we all know that vaping is not going to harm you, or the residual vapor that's left on a surface is not going to be of harm to anyone, but that's just all the more reason to be active in the community of vaping. So a little bit tough for me to say, because I wasn't really there for all the drama. Did I have fun at the convention? Absolutely, yes. I got to see all my friends there, from Cold Fusion, from the Vaping Militia, Vape Goons, Vape Dojo, Charlie Noble Juice. Those guys are awesome. Mad Rabbit Wire, again, that stuff is killer. Definitely give that a shot, which I will be talking about in a little bit later. But yeah, so basically from my experience, what happened, I did see a bit of the drama as well on Sunday. One of the booths brought a stripper pole, if you will, and they had dancers on it. And I did see them breaking it down on Sunday, and the dancers were, scantily clad, and they were basically just packing up. And I believe what happened was someone just said, you guys should probably not do that because it makes the industry look bad. And yeah, I think it does, yeah. It's kind of a male-driven industry, and it's sad to say, but sex sells. And you're going to see more and more of these, women on e-liquid bottles and things like that, scantily clad, and the marketing aspect of it, you're going to see models walking around, wearing next to nothing or body paint or whatever. But that's, that is the industry. It's a probably 90% male industry, and that's the kind of thing you're going to see. So unfortunately, that's just the way things are. Do I agree with it? No. Do I think we should change as an industry? Yes. But as far as, choosing the vendors and letting them do that, probably not the best idea. Really makes your show look kind of classless and just kind of trashy. But, I had no say in it. So what's done is done. It's over. All right. So a few other things really that I didn't see firsthand, but apparently they were mixing e-liquid right on the floor. One of the vendors had a little lab in the back of their booth, and basically they were mixing e-liquid right there on the spot and right in the convention hall. And I'm sure all of us know that's not safe. It's not something you want to do. You need a clean room, to say the least. You need something with a sterile environment that you can mix and have a place to sterilize all your tools with as well. And a convention center with vapors exhaling all their vapor all over the place is probably not the best place to do it. So that was one thing that I didn't personally see, but I heard about it, and people are just ripping this convention apart online. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think the promoters might not be able to run another one of these things successfully, considering the amount of bad publicity that they got from this particular convention. Another thing that I saw was a lot of the supposed child-friendly kind of vendors, like Sour Batch. They were there, and there was also some sort of cannabis car, like there was a Ferrari or something that had some company on it, this company's logo that had to do with cannabis. And, that also just makes our industry look bad. And what we need now is just positive press and a good impression on the general public, rather than, strippers on poles and logos that look like candy and stuff that has to do with, weed and stuff like that. We want to make ourselves look good as an industry, and this is definitely not helping our case. So from an advocate standpoint, I think it was an utter failure on their part, the promoter's part, allowing these types of booths to rent their space there. But for some people, it's they want to see that money. They want to make their money back and be able to hold more of these conventions. But I just don't think they did a very good job on that itself. Uh, so yeah, I mean, what I experienced when I walked in the door, it was a bit of confusion. I made about halfway around the convention center before one of the people approached the. I was actually at the vaping militia booth. One of the convention people approached the booth and said the health inspector was in the building to look out for him and don't vape while he's in the building. So at the time, they were allowing the general public to vape indoors, which I just kind of did it cautiously. I felt like I was always looking over my shoulder, and it just kind of felt uncomfortable. There was a level of animosity in the building that, like, you always had to either look over your shoulder. So I just didn't feel really at home there, even though I was surrounded by all these great people, my friends, the people that I care about the most, and they were all tired. They were sick of it. And I was a little bummed because some of the booths that I came there to see actually pulled out early. They didn't bother showing up for the second day. And that's too bad. They spent tons of money on these booths. And they bailed out after a day. Also, after the health inspector left, I took a full lap around, and I noticed that there was an outdoor area they were supposed to be vaping at. There was an outdoor area for vaping, basically, which was just basically a line of tables surrounded by dumpsters. Basically, it was out in the back parking lot, and it was hot. It was very scorching hot. It was 90 plus degrees out that day. And it was just, I couldn't imagine even being out there for 5 minutes if I had to, have a vape, real quick at a vaping convention. So bottom line is, why would you hold a vaping convention in a city or state that does not allow vaping indoors? It just doesn't make sense to me. Plan it in a different state or in a venue that's appropriate for what you're doing, but you had to know going in that things were going to go awry, and they did. Let's put it that way. It was utter chaos, and it was a little hard to wrap your brain around it because you would think, like, why would they do that? And they did it anyways. So unfortunately, that's the way things turned out. Hopefully they live and learn, and we'll have more conventions in New Jersey, but maybe outdoors. But yeah, I did get to see my friends, which was great. Big shout out to Matt Protzman from Vape Dojo. He gave me 120 a Siren Song. This stuff is awesome. Make sure you go try that out. Other people, let's see. Voluptuous e-liquid. This stuff right here, Tootsie, tastes exactly like a cherry Tootsie Pop. So yeah, definitely go out and try that as well. Let's see, I got some off the record e-liquid. I have not tried this stuff yet. Smells pretty interesting, so I'll give it a shot, and I'll probably let you guys know what I think. And let's see, Cloud Thieves Vapor Company. There we go. Shout out to you guys as well. Obviously, Cold Fusion Juice. Jeff Donahue handed me this right when I walked up to the booth, so huge shout out to you guys. Thanks, Jeff and John and Chip, all you guys. Thank you so much for being so kind and so great to me over the past few years. You guys know how much I love Peach Vapes and how much I love Shockin' Off. You watched that review last year, I believe it was. I freaking love that stuff, so thank you guys again. I also want to give a shout out to Mad Rabbit Wire. This stuff is great. Has the same, from what I understand, has the same chemical composition as G-Plat wire, stainless steel wire, and it's super low resistance. I did like a 9-wrap, and it came out a 9-wrap dual coil with 22 gauge around a 1/8 bit. And it came out to 0.14 ohms, which is crazy. And I'm firing it at 150 watts on my IPv3, and it's stuff that absolutely chucks. So, also, I do want to give a quick shout out to the people at the RigMod booth who actually authenticated a rig that I recently bought online. They said it was real, so I'm pretty stoked about that as well. Other stuff. Shout out to Brimless too. I do want to give a shout out to Brimless. He's a good dude, holds it down, and he always has fun wherever he goes. always good seeing him. But yeah, you know, other stuff that happened. Like I said, I had a great time. I had fun. I saw my friends, and I really didn't have anything. You know, there was really nothing wrong with my experience there. But just hearing about all the drama that happened and how all the vendors were pretty bummed. I mean, the attendance was not even that great. Probably less than 500 people on Sunday. And they even closed the doors at 4 p.m. They closed the doors. They said no more people are allowed in. And once you left, you couldn't come back in. So, you know, a lot of people just kind of took off. They made a lap, got their free stuff, and left. And I believe the fee to get in was like $25 or something like that. Luckily, I didn't have to pay. I corresponded with them earlier about getting in and covering the convention for Spin Fuel, which I will be doing so. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about New Jersey. Just an overall flop, you know. I had fun, but overall that convention just kind of fell flat, unfortunately, which, you know, there's so many of these conventions popping up all over the place, left and right, and some of them have to fail. You know, it's just going to happen. People think that, oh, it's a vaping convention. You just get vendors to sign up and they have booths. It's that easy, and you make money doing it. And it's not that easy. It's a lot of headache. It's a lot of hassle. And, you know, I've talked to Kevin Skipper all the time, and he says that it's really not easy. You have to find the right venue. You have to find the right people. And you want to let the right vendors in as well. So it's not as easy as one would think. And I guess New Jersey is there to prove that. Moving on. I do want to show off some Mad Rabbit Wire. I will be doing some build videos again very soon. I know you guys want to see those. Everyone keeps bugging me to do more build videos, and I will, I swear. Inspire me. Throw something in the comments that might spark my interest, and I'm going to try to get on these build videos as soon as possible. I mean, I get a little bit in over my head when it comes to crazy builds like Twisted Messes. I mean, huge shout out, props, whatever, to Kent Hill, aka Twisted Messes, Squid Dude, you know, all those guys that are just killing the coil game right now. I definitely don't have that type of skill, but I can show you the safety aspect and something that will, you know, work well on your mod. And so I'll just try to do that, and yeah. I'll get back doing some build videos really soon. I swear. I've just been so crazy busy. This room isn't even done yet. I still have to paint it and everything, so it's gonna take a while before I get, you know, cozy in here. But I just wanted to come out with something for you guys, just to, you know, basically just tell you what I'm up to. And I have a ton of juice to review from VCC PA. I still have a few lines from before that, so lots of stuff to do. I will be attending ECC in August from the 14th to the 16th, so if I see any of you there, make sure you come up and shake my hand, say hello. I'll give you a shout out, whatever. And something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, Clouds of Olympus. I did want to give you guys a shout out. This stuff is amazing. Every single one of their flavors I've tried so far is just great. And I do want to, you know, wait until I do the full review of the video. I don't want to, you know, I'll tease you guys a little bit, but let's just put it this way. This one is a coconut bourbon flavor, which is amazing. It's amazing. Few more things, just real quick. I'll wrap it up soon, but I do want to give a shout out to J.R. Murphy, aka Half Moon Mods. He makes these kick-ass wide bore drip tips. I will be using them from now on in lots of my videos. I have them on pretty much every single mod that can have a drip tip on it. He hand turns them. Every single one is unique and different, handmade by one guy, so I give him a lot of props. And yeah, that about does it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a comment on what kind of builds I should do, and anything about the Jersey convention or anything like that, if you want a shout out, make sure you just send me an email. That's dailyvapetv@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to do that in the next vlog. Again, I don't have any sort of schedule or anything for these things. I'm just going to kind of wing it, but hopefully someday I will come up with some sort of uniformity to these videos as well. Lots of stuff to work on, lots of stuff I've been working on, and lots more coming soon. So yeah, once again, drop a like if you like this video, hit the subscribe button if you like my content and you want to see more. Don't forget to check out spinfuel.com for lots more of my videos, as well as Smoke and Joey and Spin Fuel videos. And as always, vape on.